So, in the past, I've been talking about how beneficial it actually really can be to be a witness to someone else's pain and to really see them in that rather than just immediately jumping in and giving an advice and wanting to fix it or help. So I got a question from someone asking, how can you respond compassionately in a text? So let's go into this a little bit. I personally actually find it easier when someone writes me a text because I can actually pause, which in a natural conversation is more difficult. It's easier for us to just jump in because we want to help so badly and say something like, you should be doing this and that. Whereas when you get a text, I will give you an example in a minute, you have the luxury of pausing. That's the same thing. I have a really good friend of mine, and we send each other via WhatsApp voice messages because she doesn't have a lot of time. And it's the same with that. I have time to let it sink in and to sort myself through, in that sense that if I have parts that want to jump in immediately and tell her what to do, I can calm these parts down and then see how I want to respond. So I think there's a huge advantage, especially if you want to become better at this, to start with texts and voice messages rather than direct conversations. So let's say I'm someone who's just about to move into a new place, has had a big change, like moving from one country to another, has been staying with a friend for a week, and is just about to move into a new place that most probably won't be permanent, but is safe for the next month. And so you texting that friend and you're asking, how are you feeling about the move? So I'm texting back and saying, I have mixed feelings. I feel a little bit anxious, but I'm also looking forward to having my own place. Now, I think when you receive that text, most likely, or for some of us, it feels like, oh, she should feel really just only excited and positive about this because she has found a place in an area where it's maybe not so easy to find a place. Why is she not happy? And so if we don't check in with ourselves and notice that, we might be responding something like, oh, I'm so happy for you that you're finding this new place. You should feel really happy about this. This is really great news. The thing is, you totally ignore that anxious part of your friend, and it might well be that your friend does not feel heard. Just texting back, I hear you, like that was also something I was asked, just saying I hear you is for me like a formula, and if you're a little bit more sensitive, you might just figure out your friend is using that formula to show some compassion. So I think it's important to make the effort to write something personal versus I see you, I hear you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so back to that example. If I have had the time and I see, okay, I want my friend just to feel good, but this is not what's happening. She is having mixed emotions. I can kind of calm that part down and say, I might be writing back, look, you've had a big change. It's normal to have different emotions. I totally get that you're anxious. You don't know what's going to await you in that new place. But I'm also happy to hear that you're looking forward to it. And I hope that it's going to pan out for you. If you need to talk more about this with me, you can always come back to me and check back in with me. That's what I might be writing. And I think that kind of embraces the state your friend is feeling, acknowledging that there are different emotions, not making one emotion better than the other, and also giving a little bit of a direction of saying, okay, I hope that this is really going to pan out and that this place is going to give you what you need. And also opening the door if your friend might have, might need to talk more about it. They can come back to you, and I'm sure they feel like they can without being judged because you responded this way. So that's my response to that. I hope that was helpful. That was Anja Kersten, life coach and artist. Take good care. And let me know how it goes with the texting compassionately. I would love to hear. Okay, bye-bye.